There would officially never be another George. William was the name of choice after that. Due to George, the bar was rather low for the next generation to hurdle to fulfill the boon. My grandfather was a William, as was his eldest boy, William, my uncle. Both born in the same house. They had not moved west. It was a hard life. Kids dead at childbirth and buried in the lot between the house and the old schoolhouse to the east. Tornadoes undoing the haying, slushy cold winters. World War I, World War II, and still Grandpa stayed on that damned farm. But come World War II, my Uncle William went very far east, to Europe, with the OSS. I don't think he was a spy at all, a paper shuffler, because that was where the money was at. Uncle William returned from the war, moved to the far eastern part of Kansas, took a wife, got very rich somehow, and remained childless. He had a separate bedroom on another floor of the house from the wife. The secretary of the general at a nearby army base, herself rather wealthy. Uncle William knew something I didn't find out until Grandpa William was dead. Uncle William was not the eldest living male sired by Grandpa. Grandpa and Grandma had a boy out of wedlock before they married, a child they gave away to no one knows who. Why did Grandpa give the kid away and refuse to move west? Talking to him, you'd think he didn't believe in the family legend at all. He was very earthbound, no-nonsense dirt farmer kind of guy. But why give the boy up in such secrecy? Yes, it was the 30s, but hell, they were farm folk out in nowhere. Still, that's the most logical explanation, that he was too much of a dyed-in-the-wool straight-laced to keep the bastard. But he knew the tale. Was he trying to deliberately break the chain? Could he break the chain? Did he kill it and offer it back to appease the elder ones? To end some other part of the pact that stopped getting passed down, say, after the George the Banker fiasco? As soon as my father was of age, he married and moved to San Pedro, California, darn near as far west as he could go and stay in the USA. Neither Alaska or Hawaii were states at that time, though they and other parts of the USA were indeed further west than San Pedro. But that's where he went. And that's where I was born, in the Fort MacArthur Army Hospital on base, on the shore of the Pacific Ocean, far, far west of Kansas. I am the eldest of my generation. I am not a George or William. I am richer than all the males of my generation, but that's not saying much. I am not richer even than Uncle Bill, who is an asshole jerk, by the way, proof to crimes against nature, as it were. And my dad, by moving to the edge of the sea. If he believed it, I needed to have an heir, live in Hawaii or Torga or such. As a child, I did not know this entire family story. I wasn't told until I was like 13, and I think Dad had lost faith in it. The chain was broken. But as I heard it, I had my own bit of freaky out I did not share. I had been being shadowed by a familiar. The familiar's name was George.